I just want to move on, so I have got to be strong. I know I have to go on. That's why. And
Let's say 24 kilometers. Let's say 165 turns. And let's get a classic underway now. As Evolution Racing Team will get a front row lockout at the front of the field. It's behind Bo Albert that they will look to start one of the ERT machines, then not taking to the starting grid. And that pace car looking to dive down right hand into the lane. Let's get ourselves underway then. 4 hours of the G-Sam Strecker. We lay out here the VLN and an easy start from Bo Albert. Let's get ourselves going. Green flag in the air, side by side between Cornelis and Michael Healy for position number 2. And Bo Albert actually running into issues in the early stages, ran wide heading onto the Nordschleifer, is now down into 6th position. Albert versus Magnussen, then Blackadder against the Evolution Racing Team, and Albert around the outside, making that one look very comfortable under the Bilstein Bridge and holding that position compared to the Blackadder machine. So Bo Albert showing that he can make this one very easy in his GT3 debut. Of course, issues to the 1-3, and that's Bendeval Sim Racing last GT3. It's been very much all season choose the AMG Mercedes, but look at Jaro Fire down to the inside, squeeze given, hit check, and somehow, some way, there is a hold from Bo Albert. What great car control after the two come together, and it hasn't cost him very much at all. What a brilliant move there, Alvin, to hold on to it.
I said that is a brave move by both of them, by Jaro Fire and Bo Albert. You know, that was an accident waiting to happen. That is, from what we have seen throughout this championship, that was an accident waiting to happen. We have seen that move many times and it didn't work, but this time, for some reason, Jaro Fire, and you know, kudos to Bo Albert, the car control that he had. Yes, he got a hip check. That could have been race over for him, but he managed to keep it all under control.
But look at this, Rick Hayes versus Bo Albert. Down the inside goes Bo Albert. No real arguments against. He runs very deep in on the brakes and still takes the position. Rick Hayes had no opportunity, Alvin. And again, Alvin, that gap will be coming down. Albert has the phasers lit.
He has to overtake Rick Hayes, but he will have to do something that no GT3 has not done in this race so far, and that is go for 9 laps on one single tank of fuel. So that is the part for Bo Albert. Can he go 9 laps of fuel? That is the question.
9-lap merchant. Is Bo Albert the 9-lap merchant? That's what we are seeing here in this race. He's got to do something no one else has done before, and they might just have to be a fuel whisperer here, Cisco. Look at the battle going on for position number 2 out on circuit. Evolution Racing Team versus Motorsports for all a second already locked off on this battle. 2.5 locked off. Gap down to just a second between them. And now Bo Albert sees in his sights Rick Hayes and thinks, I can have a really good opportunity of making it. Me2 though, hotting up right now, side by side they try. Hayes versus Albert, and Albert couldn't do it. Hayes' defensive tactics, so good. You know he's so good at holding drivers behind when he chooses to, when he wants to, and on the old tyres, it's a very tough challenge, but Bo Albert's got to navigate his way past. Remember, if he decides to stay behind, he can save that little bit more fuel, Cisco, in the run to try and do 9 laps overall, but if he's pushing it 2.5 seconds a lap quicker, surely he should be looking to try and play the defensive game into the carousel. No move done.
Honestly, I think the way Albert's driving, I think he knows he can't make it because he's driving so aggressively trying to pass Hayes right here. I'm honestly not sure he can actually make it from here. I think he's banking on having to come down pit road and splash and dash her way to the end, and he's trying to make every single position he can possibly get.
He is trying to make every position he can possibly get, so everyone is on tenterhooks in the final 35 here at the Nürburgring. Albert still thinking that he's not going to make 9 laps. I've got to come in a lap before the end, splash and dash, get myself back out and away. And with 40 minutes left to go when they cross the line, and 20 seconds, shall we say, that is in effect 5 laps marginal between now and the end of this event. And now, Bo Albert needs to get the good run out of the Goldenhof. Does, dotting Jehove time with just not long left to go under the Audi Sport footbridge, and already looking to try and find a way through. It's the outside though for the Motorsport for All AMG. I think he's decided that he's not going to be able to defend this in comparison to Bo Albert, who pulls up side by side as they pass the tourist entrance. Still though, they hope to look for it, and Albert is not decisively going through. Hayes is holding him off here as they run to the Bilstein Bridge. Let's take it too wide then in this situation. Let's play chicken. Who's gonna back down? Hayes backs down. Albert goes through. P2 for now, but the fuel is marginal, Cisco.
The fuel's marginal, and also a smidge of damage on that 006 as well. Albert made that pass happen. He's going to stay out for one more lap here. Still got a little bit of time before he has to come down and pit, but I'm starting to think the longer he waits, it may get to a point where he may not be able to recover too much.
But, you know, we also had to give to Bo Albert and the Evolution Racing team the fantastic race that they have done in here today. They will come here home in P2.
There have been issues in terms of the mistake on the opening lap that dropped him back to 6th. There have been mistakes of almost being short on the fuel, but the fuel was just perfect, and Bo Albert will take 2nd position in his GT3 debut in VLN, and this is just proof of such strength in depth Evolution Racing team have. Yes, it wasn't a victory, but my goodness, was it very, very close.